What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Make Money Gaming. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to edit videos on Windows for YouTube. So if you want to learn how to edit videos for Windows and you're on Windows OS, you can learn how to edit videos for free. So editing videos on Windows for free is difficult for some people finding a decent editor, and this is what I have to suggest for you. So in this video you're going to learn how to get the free editor and how to use the basics of the editor. So to get the free editor, all you have to do is go on Google and type in HitFilm Express. Now HitFilm Express is a derivative of HitFilm Pro and HitFilm. It's just the free version and it's actually really good. Think of Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects squished into one editor, and that's pretty much what this allows you to do. It even says video editing and visual effects software all in one for free, and it's actually really amazing. So if you go to their page and click download HitFilm Express, it's going to ask you to put in some information. It's going to say $9, $19, or $39. Don't worry about that. Literally just slide it all the way over here and click download. Yes, they put a cry face, make you feel bad. But if you just click all the way to 0, click download, voila, and it'll say here, send me the Express download, type in your information and all that fun stuff. So once you've gone through the installation process on your Windows computer, now you can get to editing. So to start editing, you're going to end up in a place like this. It's going to look all kerfuffled and whatever. All you want to do is click new in the top left hand corner. Once you've done that, you'll get a window that pops up like this, and I recommend, depending on your video, putting 1080p. So it's going to be width of 1920 and then 1080 pixels height. So as well as you can change the frames per second. My video is going to have 60 frames per second ish. It's going to be 59.9 or whatever like that. So I'm going to set that to 60 frames per second. It doesn't matter because I can change it later. As well as the duration, I have default at an hour. And your audio sample rate, you want to make it the same as whatever you sample your audio in. It goes up there, but for my purposes, this is where most people are going to want to have it at. And that's it. You're going to click OK. Now once you click OK, it's going to take a second to boot up the editing timeline. And this editor is pretty heavy duty. They've edited Star Wars movies and stuff like that on this editor, so it's pretty intense. Alright, so I'm just going to explain the windows real quick. Up here's your viewer window, so it pretty much tells you what the viewer will see when you play through the video. So right now I have nothing, so down here this is my timeline, as well up there is my timeline, and it shows you the duration of what they would see up there while it plays. Okay, down here's your editing timeline, and you have video tracks and audio tracks and then a master, but you don't really have to worry about that. But video and audio, and then over here you have your media, your history of stuff you've done, effects, and up here you'll have your controls, lifetime, text, which we'll get into a little bit later, and trimmer. So these are the main panels. You can edit and move them however you want, and HitFilm also has a preset, so you can go to presets in your work panels, and you can have different work presets. So these are all panels, so that's a lot. There's a lot going on there, so I don't need half this stuff, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And that's the benefit of this. You can really edit your videos however you want. So now that you've done that and you've learned what panels do, all these panels do, we're gonna go into media and then go to import. Now that allows you to import a piece of video or clip. So I'm gonna import this gaming clip, for example, and it's 35 minutes long. So all you do is, once that's loaded in, is you click it and then drag it into your timeline. And now it's saying the sequence settings is different to the clip you're editing. So when we set the 1080p and the 60 frames per second, it doesn't, this video I imported does not match that. And the reason it is because it is 1080p, so we've matched that requirement. The audio is actually different, the sample rate. It's actually not 41,000, it's actually 48,000, as well as it's not 60 frames per second, it's actually 59.9 like I mentioned earlier. So anytime this pops up, you say yes. If you do not want to say yes, that's fine, but understand that your audio and your frames and everything are not going to be the same. So I'm going to click yes. Now for our purposes, I'm going to go over the basic features over here so you understand what they do, and maybe we'll do some simple keyframing. So first thing I want to do is drag through my clip. If I hit spacebar, it will play. I can also hit this play button up here where I'm clicking, and that will play. I'm gonna drag through until I find myself getting a kill. So I get myself a kill around here, and there's where it engages. So I'm gonna go right here, and then this tool right here, slice tool they call it. If you hit C, you'll select it, or you can click it. Then if you drag over to the playhead, it will crop right at the playhead. You can also click wherever you want. If you hit V, it will select the selection tool, or you can click it as well, but I just hit V, and then you can click and highlight and then delete. Cool. So now that we've done that, I'm gonna slide that to the beginning of my video by clicking and dragging over to the beginning of my video. So that's pretty simple. I found where I knocked down this guy here. I'm gonna watch the video finish off, and there's my kill. So that would be my clip. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit V again. I cut it with my C, and then I'm going to hit V and drag it over. Nice. So this is the clip. This is me organizing my loot, and then I go right ahead and I'll eventually edit myself out of here and go out and start attacking. Now what I can do is, see that clip over here is really small for me to look at, so in the bottom there's something called a time scale. You can actually zoom in to make that little clip a lot longer, so you can see each individual frame more easily. So now I can see everything. So when I land my shot to knock him, right, it's gonna be right around here, right? So when that happens, I'm gonna hit C to cut, and then I'm gonna drag to the other side and wait till he's knocked. Awesome. Now I've cut before and after he's knocked, and I'm gonna show you how to use something called a rate stretch tool. So I'm gonna drag this, hit V and drag this past clip over, so there's a dead space. And then I'm gonna go down to this one, and this is called a rate stretch tool. So you can speed up and slow down time very easily and quickly. It's not always the best option, but it does the job. If I make this short clip longer, then it's going to slow down the clip. If I make it shorter, it will speed up the clip. So let's see what happens when I shorten it. See how it went really fast there? And now I can make it even super slow. So normal speed, and then it's like really super duper slow. So what I'm gonna do is hit Control Z again, and now I have my clip to the normal length. I'm actually going to undo that crop there. I'm gonna Control Z again, Control Z. I'm gonna actually make the slow motion hit right here, drag over, and right there. So that's a lot more of a smaller time span. And then I'll do the same thing, drag it over, rate stretch tool, stretch it out, and now it'll be cool. Now it slows down quicker. And then maybe if I want to, I can actually rate stretch it back here and bring it here. And now it plays through normally again. So that's how you do rate stretching. That's how you crop, that's how you move your stuff. And the best way to learn is actually just by utilizing the tool. Alright, so now you've learned how to crop, slow down time, speed up time. There's another thing you can do is if you go to the end of a track, say if I just want to end the video right about here, all I have to do, instead of hitting cut and paste, I can just click with my V, and when I get this bracket come up, and I can drag it to whatever position I want, which is super nice. Now let's just say I want to add some audio. I clicked import, as you see, I clicked import, and then I'm going to go to my music because that's where I have my audio. And then I'm gonna find a video. I'll use my music. I'll go to MP3 and whatever. I'll use Louis. Boom. Now we're in the building. So you see I don't have an extra slot. What I can do is I can actually drag down here and add one, or I can right click and click insert track, and it makes a new one. So I know I'm moving kind of fast, but there's only so much I can do in a certain amount of time. So there you go. Audio's in there. You can see now it's bumping in here. And I can change the volume of the audio by going like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it to end the video. Boom. Delete. Awesome. So now we have this nice little clip here. Right? And then what you can do to add text is I usually right click or click make composite shot, you can also just go here, but it adds differently. So I recommend you make composite shot, click OK. And then if you want to add text up here, you can do that. Text slow motion. I'll put, just for fun, I'll highlight that text, and then I'll go to the text panel we have up here, and then I'll change it to a text I like, which will be around here. So we'll go like that, and then to make it bigger, I'll just drag this over here in the panel. That's the size. And then what I can do now is, if I want to add a border, the border is selected to red, I'll add that border by making it bigger. Cool, slow motion. Now what I can do, I'll show you really quick, is transform. And right at this point, I want the slow motion to come in to the scene. So I'll hit, it's called keyframing. These are called keyframes. I'll show you. I'll click position, and now a keyframe has been created. So at this point in time, this will appear here. But if I want this at this point in time, I can click a keyframe or just move it out of the frame, and now it will take time for that to move into the frame. And then I'll make another keyframe and I'll move it out like this. So watch, you'll see it move in and move out real quick. So I want it to stay in for a while. So what I'll do is I will copy this one, copy and paste. So now it stays in the same position, because in between here and here there's no change, and all of a sudden it's a quick change. So you'll see slow motion, and it pops out real fast. It's a real quick little 1 second slow motion. So when we go back to our editor, so that was a composite shot we were in. Now when we go back to our editor, anything we do in this little section of this composite shot will change in the editor. So when we play that, now you can do that with size, scale, opacity, all kinds of stuff, and it gets pretty wild. I don't want to go too in depth, but that's pretty much how you edit your videos. You add your audio, etc., etc. Now that you've done that, you pretty much know how to edit on Windows for free. So now you're going to want to export. Now to do that, you're going to go to View and then click Export, or you can hit Control 3. But before we do that, we're going to go to the end of this clip. This is what I do, and I click this little frame icon. So I drag my thing all the way to the end of the clip and then hit frame, and then once I don't see a frame, I go back one, and then I hit O for out. And then see how this area is dark, and then down here this area is light. The dark area is called the in between the light and the not light, it's called the in and out area. So what we're going to do is click export over here and click in and out area. Now when we go to our view, our export, we'll go over here and you'll see something highlighted. Click the highlighted one and click for start. And now my computer is going to start lagging because I did that. But you'll see it starts rendering over here. So that's always a good thing for us. So that pretty much shows you guys how to export the video. Once you've exported the video, you simply can go to the video's file, play it, and upload it to wherever you would like. So I hope this video helps you guys learn how to edit on Windows for free. And if you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like if this video helped you, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.